So over here to my right, we have our sales representative for Artesia, Manuel Madruga. To the right of him, we have Daniel Rocha, Luso-American Financial Director. Next to him, we have our fraternal president, Roxanne Burns Aguilar. And then we have our 2030s president, who was not able to be here today. He is on a trip to Europe. So his name is Nicholas Vieira, our 2030s president. So if you guys give him a round of applause, maybe he can hear it somewhere. Our youth president, Mr. Xavier Gaspard. Next to him, we have our council youth president, Nicole Garcia. And then we have my granddaughter, Morgan Jade, who is a trustee for the youth. And then we have Austin Quillo. What are you, Austin? What are you?
Master of Ceremonies.
Oh, Master of Ceremonies for our council. Oh, State Master of Ceremonies for the youth, Mr. Austin Quillo. Okay, and then we have our senior sales representative is Danny Skater. And then we have our council secretary for 35 years, Debbie Rabolo. Yes, she wants to retire, but we're not going to let her. So we also have Mr. Tony DeRosa, who is on the State Advisory Board, and also he is our council president, Tony DeRosa. And we also have somebody here from Norco Corona Council, Mr. Manuel Oshun. He's also a fraternal director.
So on behalf of YC13, we just wanted to give you this gift to thank you for everything that you've done for Luso and let's see how you mentioned. Hey!
Good afternoon, my Luso family. I want to start off by thanking you all for having me and my mom here today, as well as for a delicious lunch and providing us with a beautiful cake. To the youth, I admire you all for the hard work your council is doing to support and empower the youth in our community. Your dedication to cultural pride and community involvement is truly inspiring, and I encourage all of you to continue to get involved within our youth today. I would also like to recognize two youth board members for their hard work and dedication. Austin Quaylu, who is Master of Ceremonies, and Morgan Gilbert, who is Trustee. I'm looking forward to watching you all perform at convention this year. With that being said, I would love to see you all at the show this year on August 3rd at the GSR in Reno. The Youth Administration is holding a Fraternal Day picnic on June 7th at Northgate Park in Manteca, which is next weekend. Are we gonna put flyers up there? In case? Yeah, we're gonna have flyers up there in case any of you guys want to check it out. I know it's a long ways away, but it'll be nice. We're gonna have good food. We're gonna have some games going. We're gonna have a Mahalinga tournament. We're gonna have a cornhole tournament. And then all proceeds go to the Valley Children's Hospital, and they partner, I don't know if you guys know who this is, but a former QB for the Raiders, his name is Derek Carr. He works with the Valley Children's Hospital, and he's donating a signed football for the silent auction. So if any of you guys are Raider fans, you guys can come out, even though I don't like Raiders, but
Neither do we.
okay, that's good. I like that. But with all that being said, I hope you all have safe travels back home, and thank you for everything.
This is a token of appreciation for your commitment, representation, job well done.
Thank you.
For those of you who don't know me, Tony DeRosa, currently serving as president of the local council. And I'd like to share with you that I made this shirt from one of the tablecloths.
Appreciate that.
Big smiles. 1, 2, 3.
Your name?
Roxanne Burns Aguilar.
Aguilar, not Aguiar, Aguilar.
Aguilar. My husband is Mexican American.
Okay, because my name is Aguiar.
Oh, really? Very good.
So anyway, President of Luso-America this year, right?
Yes, my term is ending in August.
How long you been part of Luso-America?
I've been a Luso-American since I was an infant.
Infant.
Yes, my grandparents bought my policy, and so yes, long time. I was in the youth council, and I wasn't active in 2030s. I was a queen contestant, so raising money for the Education Foundation back in the 70s, okay? And so yes, and I'm finally the president.
What's amazing, you're fourth generation, right?
Yeah, fourth generation. And I think this is the thing about Luso and all the Portuguese fraternals and why they're so important. Because my father is not Portuguese, but he knew this was really important and he supported it. But, we learned a lot about, our Portuguese heritage. We met other people in California who are Portuguese. So our identity was broader than it would have been had we not been active in Luso.
So fourth generation, let's go back, 1800s, right?
Yeah, late 1800s, my great-great-great-grandfather, two greats, came over from Pico. And he was in whaling and came through the San Francisco Bay. Went back, got family. So his son, my great-grandfather, he was a developer in Pittsburgh, California, Contra Costa County, and had 4 boys. My grandfather was one of them. My grandmother's side of the family, her mother immigrated in like the early 1900s. And so, yes, and they met. But both of my grandparents were born in the U.S. My grandfather didn't even speak Portuguese until he met my grandmother.
So your great-grandfather one came from Pico, the other one?
Fayal.
Fayal.
Yeah, my grandmother's side.
And what's amazing by talking to you is you never gone to the Azores, right?
Okay, yes, I will get there though. This is really important. And I think this is another part of this journey. Having been representing Luso and meeting, Portuguese people all over the state who are from the Azores, I have an obligation to go to their homeland and visit every island that I met people from.
Oh my God, then you're going to get in love with those islands that you never want to leave those islands. It's an amazing story. Luso-America, president of Luso-America, why? What's the reason?
I think, our community's changing. I mean, we see this all over. We have no new immigration. And I really felt that the younger people that are becoming Luso members are going to be more like me. Second, third, fourth, well, really third or fourth generation Portuguese Americans, when maybe they have a parent who's not Portuguese. And I really felt that I have something to say and represent, that this society and the Portuguese fraternals are worth saving and keeping them going, because Portuguese people are special.
Wow, that's an amazing story to talk to somebody fourth generation and have that kind of love for the Portuguese culture, right?
Yes, I mean, how can you not?
Yeah.
You know, it was very much a part. It was as much a part of my upbringing as my father being from Texas. He was, from country boy from East Texas, and both families were agrarian farmers, small farms. So I think my mom and dad came from, even though they were from two different places, they had that commonality in agriculture, small farming, and she understood that, he understood that, and I think there's he loved the Portuguese community.
But the attendance to the visit of the president, it's getting lower and lower. What do you think it is?
I think that there's some one of the things that's unique about the Luso American Financial Organization is we have this very robust youth organization. What we need is more connection from the youth organization to the adult.
Okay.
I think a lot of people forget that there is no youth without the adult council. There's no youth council without an adult council, and that we need their parents to be members and to be connected to the adult, and we need some of those adult councils to allow younger people to be delegates, and then when I say younger, I don't mean like youth, I mean like 2030s.
Yeah.
2030s need to be, if they want to be a delegate at convention, they have their adult council has to nominate them. And I think that these are where some of our connections are a little weak.
What does Luso offer to everyone, every age?
Just, what, financial business aside, financial products aside, what we offer is, other organizations offer financial products. What we offer is this connection to our Portuguese heritage. And again, as more and more people are not first generation or second, and Portuguese is not spoken in their home, this is something to remember, who we are. And I think this is what the, Luso still has to offer.
Fantastic. What is Luso promoting most at this moment besides selling insurance?
Yeah, well, we have really great annuity products. That is probably, I'm a banker, and our annuity products, the pricing, the sizing, are very competitive today.
541.
You're from where?
My home council is I'm from Elk Grove, California. My home council is Council 5C in San Pablo.
And this is the first time you've been in Artesia, right?
This is my first time in Artesia. Yes, my first time in Artesia, and I know a lot of people who are here and from Artesia just over the years being on the fraternal board, and so it's nice.
So you've heard of Artesia so many times, but this is your first time here,
Yes,
right?
and I told this story earlier, but I actually didn't know how come there was this city, in Los Angeles County that was this Portuguese, really solid Portuguese community. So I Googled it and looked it up and found out that this valley had Portuguese dairies and Dutch, but the large population of Portuguese dairy people came to this valley and started dairies.
So no wonder you're president, because you like to search for things.
Yes, of course.
And then by looking at the history of the Portuguese in California,
Yes.
right?
Well, and that is actually, interestingly, a gift from my father, who was very much a natural historian, and he always wanted to know the history of something, right? So I kind of got that from him, like always wanting to know the history. And I think that's also part of why I decided to get in line and become the fraternal president. It has a lot to do with the fact that I really believe this is an amazing community, and what the Portuguese people did leaving their home country and immigrating, it's not an easy thing to do. And to build such a great life here was just a story that needs to be told.
What's the goods and the bads about being the president? Because I know traveling is one, the number one things you have to do, And a lot of times, it's a lot of time consuming, especially if you travel by car. Right?
Yeah, I'm really surprised. So, now our councils more and more do joint visits. So, 2 or 3 or 4 councils will get together and do one visit, which makes the travel a lot more manageable today. But the giving up your weekends is probably the hardest thing. But the most rewarding thing is that I just have met so many people, and I hear their stories, and it's not just about the council, it is about that history of how did you get here, And I also was also a member of one of our legacy organizations, SPRSI, and those councils are still out there and, going strong. And these are, it's a women's organization, and that merged with Luso, 2015, 16. So they've been merged for a while, but they still have, a very distinct identity. And just going out and meeting those ladies meant everything to me. Yeah,
Okay.
It's the people.
Exactly. Now, what could you say to the people that are going to be listening to this interview? Anything about Luso?
I would encourage anybody to become a member. I think there's a product that we sell that would enable you to become a member. The key thing is becoming the member and being active, and showing up at council meetings, helping with visits, and if you're really interested in getting in line in the fraternal organization, it's very doable. The other thing is that we just need to continue to bring interested parties into the fraternal board so that we can keep it going. Yeah.
The reason we're speaking English is because you don't speak Portuguese, right?
I do not speak Portuguese. It's
Not
almost the reason
a few
why.
words, right? At least a few words you don't know, huh?
Muito obrigado.
There we go. It was a pleasure talking to you. It was a pleasure to know you. Good luck to finish your term, and continue to do what you do in name of the Portuguese culture. Right?
All right, thank you. Thank you very much.
Hi, everybody. My name is Dan Rocha. I represent the business side of Luso Financial. I'm one of the financial directors, but also on the fraternal side, this is my fraternal council. So I'm extremely proud of the Artesia Fraternal Council, who always does a lovely job of putting this luncheon together. So if you could just give them one more round of applause, please, because these guys work super hard to put this luncheon together. Just real quick, I just want to provide some updates on what's going on with Luso. We just recently launched a brand new website, lusoamericanfinancial.org. If you haven't checked it out, I'd highly encourage you guys to do so. There's a whole lot of resources that are helpful to our members. There's financial calculators to kind of figure out the best plan for you guys moving forward. And it's just a greater part of what we're doing at Luso to make these systems better for our members, to serve our members, and to really modernize things a bit. We also have a couple of new products, but if you'd like to learn more about those, I'll leave it up to our all-star salesperson, Mr. Madruga, and he can go over those with you. Aside from that, just super proud to be here, and I thank you all for coming as well. Thank you.
Speaking of lunch, I wanted to thank Maria Avila, George Avila, Tina, for taking on the task of making the food this year. I hope everybody liked it, and they deserve a round of applause. It was just really those three that took over the food, and Roy, and Ted, and everybody here. Our group is very small. We have a huge youth group. Our adult council in 2030s is getting smaller as everybody's busy making babies or collecting Social Security. That's what just happened to me this year. So I'd like to call up right now. I'd like to call Manuel Madruga to announce your new new members. I was going to say customers. Manuel's going to announce the new members that we got for the year. Okay?
Boa tarde, minhas senhoras e meus senhores. Desde já agradeço a todos vós a maneira que têm recebido nas vossas casas. É um grande prazer estar aqui a representar a Luso-America como vendedor de seguros e anualidades. Atualmente, muita gente está a comprar seguros e anualidades. Os juros estão muito bons e é uma oportunidade boa. Aproveitem porque a gente nunca sabe. O Luso tem umas anualidades muito boas. De qualquer maneira, agradeço a vocês todos e agradeço também aos pequenos que estão aqui, que são o nosso futuro, da nossa sociedade. Sem eles, a nossa entidade portuguesa vai morrer. Mas aqui a gente, os mais velhos, estão a lutar para que a nossa sociedade aqui na Artesia e oxalá que todos os nossos vizinhos e todos consigam, que está a ser difícil, as pessoas, a gente vê aqui nesta visita hoje, os meus amigos da minha idade, muitos andaram já. E é com grande dor no coração que sinto essa saudade. É uma dor muito grande. Os meus amigos, eu olho aqui para estas mesas, estavam sempre cheios aqui, pessoas mais ou menos da minha idade. Já andou quase tudo. Por isso é que é bom a gente defender a nossa entidade que está sempre no ar. Eu acho que Luso-America é o ponto alto que é conhecido por toda a América, mas devido mais à juventude. Desde já agradeço a todos a vossa atenção e este ano, claro, que as coisas não estão como eram antes, consegui arranjar poucos membros, mas foi mais ou menos certo. Eve Alves, Auro Lourenço, Cunho Coelho, Rival Johnson, Ivan Coelho, Viviane Rocha e Celeste Pérez. A todos, continuam a ter aqui um bom lanche e um bom regresso às vossas casas. Muito obrigado pela vossa visita.
Por onde andas, meu amor? Tudo em minha solidão.
O seu nome?
Daniel Skeda.
Daniel, falam português
Falam
ou um bocadinho
cozinha
inglês?
Cozinha português e inglês.
Ok. Daniel, é sempre um prazer ver-te aqui em Artesia novamente, não é isso?
Yes, it's very love Artesia. You guys have a great youth, a great past presidents. You have a great
A lot of history,
a
right?
lot of history. Yes, that's the word I was looking for.
So we're starting to see that Luso-America and all the societies, not just Luso-America, that we're starting to see less and less people coming to the events. What do you think the reason is?
I think now our youth, they're involved in a lot of activities, sports, dancing. There's a lot of things they're doing. I think we have to do a better job of seeing where the adults, the parents, and put the kids together, because they actually do a good job bringing in new members. It's just trying to figure out what's a good time of the year to bring everybody together. I know there's festas, there's the soccer, the ball, there's a lot of stuff going on.
So here today, let's talk about Luso-America. What is Luso offering today for to be the great society that it is?
Well, on the financial side, we have really great products. I think we are competitive or better than the actual financial companies. We have a great 5-year fix, true 5-year fix at 4.75 at over $10,000. We have a rate that is a 1 year, or it's a teaser we call it, at 6.75. And of course we have the life insurance that I think, and then we have one product I love a lot. It's called the Simplified. And it's basically anybody that's 45 to 85. And you just, as long as you answer 4 questions, you're approved right now, here. And that's, not many companies can do that. We can approve it. Sumadruga can do it. He can sign off on all that. But you know what makes it also? We have the education, savings accounts, the scholarships that go with the kids and all that. That big convention that we have, that's all tied up together. And I think that's what Luso is about. We're a family. Like actually Liz said it really well today. She actually said, we're a family. We work everybody together from Artesia, from California to the East Coast. We work together as a family. And that's what makes us so special.
And then you guys have a great Luso program for youth, right?
Yes. Especially this year coming up, we have a great president coming in, Melody Silva, and with her husband Danny. They're doing it in Reno, in this performing arts place here. There's a lot of concerts that have. This is a place that holds 5,000 people. This theater, and I think this is going to be great for Luso and great for our youth. They're going to have a blast.
But I think you're taking a lot of people to gamble too.
They will be. The parents and adults will be. It's going to be hard to get everybody going to the meetings.
And what's so great, I know, especially you, because you've been around Luso for how many years now?
Oh God, we're going to go there. Well,
of course we're going to go there.
Well, I was the president, the state president in 2009, 2010, and
it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. I also danced in the youth a long time ago.
Did you dance in the youth? Really, really? What year was that?
Oh, a long time ago, in the 80s. You would say that. Yeah, and I was 2030 president too.
Wow.
For hearsay. So
you've been dedicating all your life to Luso, right?
Yes, my parents put me in here and had a blast.
Is that why you mentioned so many good things about Luso? Because Luso gave you a lot?
They gave me the opportunity. I think I could have never speak in front of a mic if it wasn't for Luso. They give you, with the summer camps, the youth, and even the 2030s, growing up into it just makes you be, growing up as employment and finding other companies there. They make you, what's the word, self-insured, They make you a positive person that knows how to, to go out there and be a go-getter out there in the world, so I think that's what, my kids loved it. My kids loved the youth. They've grown up into it, and this is what made them to go be successful in college and then their careers.
So you're a great example of what everybody could be part of Luso, right? With being part of Luso society, not only involves your kids, but financially it's another great way to go.
Yep,
right?
It's very much. You can have this great social group fraternal, and while you have the financial side to tie it up together, that you have the life insurance, or you have an IRA retirement, or some kind of financial product that you have that they're gaining interest.
So are you trying to tell me that Luso is the way to go?
Yes, I think Luso is one of the best companies in the country.
And they're healthy at this point.
Oh, very much. We just had an audit. It was the quickest audit for the Department of Insurance. They came in, did all our stuff. Everything, all checks and balances. We're one of the strongest financial companies.
Fantastic. It was nice talking to you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for doing what you do for Luso. And thanks for talking to us.
Thank you very much. Obrigado.
Abre as portas à saudade, morreu a felicidade dentro do meu coração.
Cá estamos nesse almoço do Luso-America em Artesia. É importante continuar esta tradição anual da visita do Presidente. Não é?
Sim, já é uma tradição e tem-se continuar para ver se
as sociedades não morrem, estás a ver? É pena a migração já ter acabado e a gente tem que lutar muito e ajudar principalmente os mais novos a continuar tanto na sociedade, mas nessas sociedades todas, não só a nossa, mas as outras todas. Toda a gente necessita, que só a gente perde a nossa entidade.
O Sr. Manuel há pouco mencionava ao microfone que já muitos dos seus amigos, das pessoas que aqui vinham, já não estão cá, porque já partiram.
Isto dói. Uma pessoa que vinha aqui, via a sala cheia e chega aqui, os nossos amigos, era como se fosse de família, estás a ver? Dei muito, estás a ver? Sinto muita pena, mas a vida é assim. A gente não
composta com isso,
faz parte da vida.
Faz parte da vida. O Luso-América continua a ser uma sociedade
Sim.
que ainda pode ajudar muita gente, não é?
Pode ajudar muita gente. Depois eles ajudam aquilo e não. Podem, estás a ver, que eles também não podem abusar, estás a ver? A gente ajuda as pessoas e certas coisas que é preciso ajudar, estás a ver?
Exato. Seguros para crianças, para adultos, continua a ser uma grande ajuda do Luso-América, não é?
Sim, hoje é mas viraram para as anualidades. A anualidade, da maneira que eu percebo, está a dar muito certo. As pessoas fazem um contrato de 3, 4 ou 5 anos e aquele dinheiro está seguro, estás a ver? E é uma coisa muito importante, percebe?
Hoje o Sr. Manuel estava aqui a representar o Luso, também conseguiu mais novos elementos para fazerem parte do Luso-América. Para aquelas pessoas que estão em casa, que tenham netos, que tenham filhos, que gostariam de fazer parte dos seguros que o Luso-América não oferece, o que é que tem que fazer?
Tem que fazer é só me chamar e estou pronto para ir ajudar e apresentar o que a gente tem. E às vezes tem pessoas com pouca coisa podem pôr um tanto por mês para uma reforma, quando chegar aos 59 anos e meio, começarem a receber.
Então, isso podem fazer, não é?
Podem fazer. E a entrada é pouco e o mínimo por mês é $25 para a reforma, estás a ver?
E estás a falar como criança ou como adulto?
Adulto também.
Adulto também trabalha da mesma forma?
Reforma, para a reforma.
Olha, Sr. Manel, é sempre...
A respeito de falar de reforma, há pessoas, então, há uns programas, por exemplo, uns podem pôr, até os 50 anos, podem pôr 4 mil e tal dólares e depois de 50 anos para cima podem pôr perto de 6 mil dólares, também para a reforma, estás a ver? Isso é outro programa que é bom ver para explicar também, mas pessoas não, estão um ordenado mais ou menos, é bom, $25 por mês, abrem uma conta com $200 e $25 por mês e aquele dinheiro fica ali, são mais ou menos $300 por ano, depois e dá renda de sempre juros, o mínimo que pagam de juros é 3%.
Então o mais importante é aquelas pessoas que estão em casa a ouvir essa entrevista, a contatá-lo e conversar mais sobre isso.
Exatamente. E estou pronto para ajudar quem precisar, claro.
Olha, muito obrigado por conversar connosco.
A Rádio da Artesia também tem dado muito ajuda aqui as nossas sociedades, não só a nossa, mas a todas as sociedades e à nossa comunidade, que a gente adora.
Obrigado.
Abri as portas à saudade, morreu a felicidade dentro do meu coração. Que me importa a mim viver? Que me importa a mim chorar?
Beleza, cá estamos no almoço do Luso-América. Beleza, vamos voltar ao passado. Já fazes parte do Luso-América desde criança, não é isso?
Pois, eu desde a idade de 12 anos...
12?
12, desde a idade de 12 anos. And I'm 65, so yeah. Foi sempre sem parar.
E graças ao teu pai e à tua mãe, não é?
Sim, graças a ele. E eu ainda estou aqui porque tenho as minhas netas os meus netos, minhas netas e as minhas filhas que fazem parte e continuam a tradição destes jantares e continua aí às convenções e tudo tal e qual como a gente começamos quando chegamos aqui também.
Principalmente como tu mencionaste, estás aqui por razão dos teus filhos, netos e netas, mas ao mesmo tempo a tua família dedicou-se muito a esta sociedade, principalmente o teu irmão João também, não é?
Yeah. O meu irmão João, o meu pai foi presidente estadual da Luso-America, o João foi presidente estadual, eu fui presidente estadual, a minha irmã Natalie foi presidente dos 20 e 30, foi presidente da Youth, as minhas 3 filhas foram presidentes da Youth e presidentes, já 2 foram dos 20 e 30.
Uau. Só mesmo historicamente já são muita história, não é?
Pois é, o nosso último nome é Martins.
Luísa, é importante continuar com esta sociedade no Luso-América, não é?
É muito importante, porque eu penso que às vezes pessoas I don't think that they realize how important it is to have a life insurance. And with the Portuguese society, we've had several incidents where people don't have the money to bury people, and luckily Luso, because they're Portuguese, are able to finance them so easily, and because Luso is like a family. It really is a family. And so, you know, when you know somebody that is poor or hasn't been so blessed and dies and they have a policy but they can't get it for a month, you know, when it comes to the Portuguese societies, everybody has words to put in, and that check is there. So it's really, really worth having. It's not that expensive, and the kids have fun. Even if you don't have kids and you're older, it's just worth having. People have life insurance through work, but through work it's a lot of money versus this. This is almost like a savings account for scholarships for one, and you know, it does pay off in the end. It's worth having.
Eu quando te vejo aqui a trabalhar nesta organização, eu vou ao passado e vejo toda a tua família incluída nesse projeto, o que é fantástico. E que esse projeto Luso-América também oferece um excelente programa aos mais novos, não é isso?
Pois, eu acho que o meu irmão fazia uma grande parte disto. Ele era quase sempre o mestre de cerimónias e fazia as pessoas rir. E hoje o meu marido, que era suposto ser mestre de cerimónias, mas ele teve um little accident, não foi muito, mas não pode andar tão mal das costas. So, eu senti-me orgulhosa a fazer isto hoje. A pensar em ele, que eu sei que se ele estivesse aqui, ele andava sempre atrás de mim. Não.
Faz assim, faz assim.
Because ele era um profissional em tudo que ele fazia. So, you know, às vezes a gente não estamos acostumados e a gente faz as neiras, ou, you know, a gente diz o que não é suposto dizer. Mas eu sou assim, eu falo de coração. O meu irmão era da mesma maneira, o meu pai era da mesma maneira. You know, my father was like Trump. He just said,
Just like Trump.
he was just like Trump. He said it like it was, whether it was good or bad. I compare my father to him a lot, but my father had a lot more class. But anyway, it's a good thing. It's been a great ride. It's been, you know, 49 anos, ou 59, espera, 49 anos nesta sociedade. 49, para o ano faz 50 anos que meu pai foi presidente do Luso-America. Em 1976, o meu pai foi presidente, 76, 77. E eu encontrei o meu marido, eu convidei ele para ir à convenção em Anaheim, ao pé do Disneyland, e assim foi. Ele foi, mais os amigos, e conhecemos-se ali, foi em agosto, quando foi em dezembro para a passagem do ano, namoramos e já estamos casados há 46 e a vida continua. It's a great journey.
Fantástico, fantástico. Olha, parabéns.
Thank you,
Obrigado
Manuel.
por aquilo que fazes em nome da nossa cultura, principalmente o Luso-América, que tem um programa excelente, não só financeiramente, mas também para a juventude. É isso.
Obrigada a ti também, Manuel, que tu estás em todos os lados e eu sei que as pessoas não entendem que isto tem que funcionar com fundos e donations e tudo para... You know, everybody has to help RTA, but I want you to know that we're forever grateful, always our family, for you because you have been amazing. You and your team are just seriously amazing.
Obrigado.
So
ok?
thank you, Manuel.
Que me importa me morrer se a minha vida sofrer? Já não tenho a quem amar.